In today's video, I'll be making over this small table. It's not quite my style, so I'm going to be using epoxy resin to transform this table. It's my first time using epoxy, so I made quite a few mistakes. But if you'd like to see the process, then just keep on watching. And if you know about epoxy, then I'll gladly take some pointers. First, I remove my shelves and I'm using my orbital sander to get rid of that first layer. These are veneers, so I'm using a 180 grit sanding paper and I'm just going lightly over the surface. Now I have all four shelves done. I did the top and the sides and I used a wet cloth to wipe off the extra dust. I allowed them to dry for a few minutes and then I used my Kills Original Primer and I gave each one coat. This one I gave it 2 coats. I did this one first and then I realized that I was doing too much, so I gave this one 2 coats and I'll be showing you this one throughout the video. After that was dry, then I used the 220 grit sanding paper and I just sand it lightly. I think I was doing too much here. I'm not sure. Maybe I was. Please let me know if you're an expert on this because I think I did too much. So after the primer was dry, then I went in with my paint and I'm just using a Glidden indoor paint. And I allow them to dry for about 3 days before I start to do my epoxy. So here we go, epoxy day. So I have my little silicone mat. I'm going to line my surface so it will be easy to clean up when I'm done. I have a little stand there. I'm raising my shelf. I have my gloves, my mask, and I'm going to be using this mica powder by So Soapy. And I'm using Janchun High Gloss Casting and Coating Resin. Okay, and I also have some alcohol ink. So now I'm mixing my resin. It's 1:1 ratio. So I'm adding equal parts and I'm just putting my hardener first in the cup since it's thin, and then I'm pouring my resin on top. The bottle says to mix for 5 minutes, so after I'm done mixing, then I'll add my ink and my mica powders. So I mixed in my ink and this is going to be my base. And from here, I just started creating a mess. I was like a little kid playing in mud, so just keep watching. So I intended on using a shimmer gold and I didn't realize that the package says red gold. So this is why this looks yellow. And in the end, I attempted to change it. So just keep watching. So this is the gold that I used, the red gold, and this is the gold that I needed to use. It says magic gold. And this is really pretty. It has a nice shimmer. But look what I did. I waited until maybe it was an hour after and then I tried to fix it. But apparently I can't fix epoxy if I mess it up. I think what I should have done was to sand it off and redo it. But I tried to layer it on top and that just created a whole mess. And I think I'm also using too much blow dryer and too much heat. I'm moving the color, so every time I try to cover it up, then I blow it and move it. So anyway, this is the next day, and you can see it's dry, but it's dry with a lot of dents. I'm not sure what causes that, so if you know, please let me know. And it has a lot of dents. And I also didn't tape the underneath. I was supposed to use tape, so you can see it's a lot of mess under there. So for my larger one, I'm using tape on the sides, and I'm mixing up my product again. I was having some separation, but it will be filled in with the other colors. And I'm not sure what kind of design this is really. I'm just pouring. When I'm looking back at it, I think I could have left it just the way it is like this, and it would marry the colors together. I'm using too much blow dryer and heater, I think, and it's just making a mess. So after an hour, I peeled the tape off from the side and it was nice and clean. So I'm done with all four shelves, and I took my frame outside and I'll be spray painting it with my Rust-Oleum metallic gold spray paint. And I spray painted everywhere except underneath where the shelves are going to be sitting. And this is the final result of my first epoxy tabletop project. Please let me know what you think about today's video. I'll really appreciate any comments that you may have for me. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up. That will really help me out so I can push more videos for you guys. Okay, thanks for watching and take care until next time. Bye bye.